Hello and welcome to this 15th Advanced BlitzPlus tutorial by OrangeMoonNet. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how you can set a player spawn point on the map and also how to improve the motion of the boss enemies. So, firstly I will start off by showing you a new feature, which is where you can set where you want the player to spawn on the map. Now, in the previous tutorial I said it was the last one, but there's a few things that I thought would be good to add, and this is one of them I've just thought up very recently, and it's very simple to do. Well, I say that. It's simpler than some of the other things we've done. So, on the map, previously the player would just appear on the top left. Now this is fine, but sometimes you have bigger maps, you might want them to start in the middle. So, what we're going to do is set it so that on the map you can say, put here the number for the player to appear, and the player will start there. So, to do this, we'll pick a point on the map. Now currently, on my key, I've filled up all the 9 spaces, so I'm going to have to go into the 10. So I'll say 10, player, spawn point. This is just for reference. So let's say I want the player to appear here, just beneath the 4 spiders. Now unfortunately, when you get into the 10s, your maps will no longer be nice and straight. As you can see, this comes out the end, so it looks like it's uneven, but actually it's just because I've got a 10 in there. So I guess if you wanted to make your maps look still straight but have much more possibilities, you could set them all start off at 100, so then they'd all be 100, 101, then you'd have 99 tiles you could use before your map starts looking unstraight like this. But that's just an idea. So now we've got this player spawn point, let's come down to where it sets the tiles. So we only want to set this position when it's loading the map, because otherwise the player won't be able to move. So here, where the computer reads all of the data, we'll change this if statement to make more things happen than just reading the map information. So we'll have to add an end if to end the if statement. And here what we're going to do is go and set the X offset to equal to, and now we're going to make it equal the tile width minus the X offset. But we're setting the X offset, so there's no point taking this X offset away. So we'll just get the X offset to go where the tile selected is. And then similarly for Y offset, I'll set that to the Y position of the tile, how far along it is, times the length of the tile. Now if I run it, you'll see the player ends up down here, which I don't want. So we're going to change this, and also I've just noticed the fundamental flaw, well done if you spotted this, is it's going to set all of the tiles as the spawn position, because the key thing I've missed is if array xy equals 10. So only if it's equal to 10, which we set on the map as the spawn point, will it set that as the starting position. So well done if you spotted that mistake. I only made that mistake just so you could spot it. So let's run this, and now you see I appear beneath these spiders. However, first of all, there is a black tile there, and I do not appear in that tile. That's just where the top left of the screen appears. So what I want to do is make that the center. So to make the character the center of the screen, what we have done is we've already set that up in the variables. So that's also how useful it was setting up all these different variables for the screen size, is that now all I need to do is copy and paste this for setting the player to the center of the screen, and I can add this on the end. So I'll take away this and find the character, same for the Y, copy this and set that here, and now if I save it, the character appears in the center. So I'll just quickly add on to the end of that the one more of the tile width and the tile length, and now the player appears inside the tile. Okay, and one final thing is, after it's done that, I'm going to change the tile so that it's not just a black space. So as soon as it's set that as the spawn position, I'm going to make it equal 0, then it'll become grass. And now you can go ahead and on all your maps you can set it to the play stops at different points. So I want them to appear at the bottom near the lake. I do that and now it appears here. But note, sometimes when you have your spawn points, you'll see the edge of the map and it'll go beyond that and you see the black space. So it'd be better if I set it for somewhere around here or just a bit higher, around there, one across, so that, oh, I'll go another one. And now you see I can't see the edge of the map. And now the next thing I'll do was a request by a user. They're asking me that all of these boss spiders, when they catch up with each other, because they're all following exactly the same thing and following me, eventually they start merging into one. So you just get this one mega enemy spider. And you'll see that when they keep on following me, soon they see those three have merged into one. Now those others are merging into one, and this means you can just shoot them all once and they'll all die once you shot them 5 times. And to stop this, I'm going to make their movement a bit more random. So if you go to F enemy, let's find the boss here. So instead of just making them follow you, I'll say I'll only want them to follow you. There's a 1 in 3 chance that they'll follow you. If rand 1 in 3 equals 1, then it will follow you. And I'm going to make it follow you at a much faster pace, so I'll do 1.5 because it's not following you as often. And otherwise, what it's going to do is I'm going to move it, but in random directions. So if random 1 in 4 equals 1, then it'll move to the left. And also you can say random 1, 2, 3, so it will move at different speeds as well. This is just similar to what we've done up here to make it move in random directions. And now I'll just copy this and do that 4 times. Oops. And then end if. And let's just change. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think that's necessary. You can just do 1 in 4 equals 1 all the time, but just for the sake of it looking nicer, I'll just do it like that. Feel free to keep all of these as ones and see what happens. Okay, so let's set this. So now the enemy bosses will jitter, but they'll still come towards you, and as you see, when they get close together because they're in a group following you, they won't just become one. As you see, they jitter around and you still have to shoot all of them, because before, when they became one, you could shoot them and they would all die at the same time. So nice, you can see they're not. Oh, I just got hit by one, and I appeared at the bottom of the screen, because if I appeared in the middle of the screen I would have immediately lost life, and that was one of the things I've programmed before and shown you. So I have one more last tutorial which will be showing you how to make tiles which you cannot walk through, and that was another request by the same user who requested how to make the bosses not form one. And just another pointer, tutorial 12 has somehow lost all the audio, and I'm trying to re-record that, and I'll have that with you soon. So the very last thank you video where I show you a few tips, that will become something like tutorial 17. So I'll say tutorial 15 in it, but actually that'll be wrong. But that shouldn't be a problem to you, because hopefully you will like the fact that I've made more. And I will be using Dropbox, hopefully, to share the code with you and the executable files, so you can copy the code if you've got any mistakes or it's not working. And that was by the same user who I'm not going to say. because their username is slightly rude. So sorry about that. But you'll probably find out who this is if you just read all the comments, because they have been my #1 fan in all these videos, and they've been watching them all, and I thank them very much. So in the next tutorial I'll be showing you how to make collidable tiles. Thanks for watching.